I was thinking that during this time inside, I was gonna get so much stuff done. I was gonna get a schedule for our family, and it would include fitness and healthy eating and homeschooling for the kids, which we already do, but not on a schedule. So I have it on a schedule. I had this grand plan for what I was gonna do, and here I am 2.5 weeks in and nothing. I've done nothing. So, have you ever felt like you've had this grand plan and suddenly you wake up one day and you're like, what happened to all my time? What did I do? Nothing. I'm Kelly Anderson with Travel with the Andersons. In today's video, we're going to give you 4 techniques to move things forward and not have it be such a big deal when the results aren't happening right away. Let's start with acknowledgement. We have a tendency to forget the things that we have accomplished. A good starting point is to start with acknowledgement. What have you done? Write down a list. At the end of the day, tally up what you have done, celebrate it. If what you did today was get out of bed and make the bed and then keep the kids alive, write it down. Like, that is an accomplishment. What can make it such a big deal and feel heavy and things when we're looking at results and stuff and we're not accomplishing what we want to is comparison. Look and see where you're comparing. You have a set thing that you want to do and results you want to get, but is that because you're comparing to somebody else? Look at how they're doing it. Look how they're living. What about me? Like, I have all these expectations that I do it just like this. I have this idea in my head. I've got to match that or I am failing. Watch out for that comparison. When we're looking at this acknowledgement piece, something else that we're looking out for is acknowledging what we need. What do we need to take care of ourselves right now? And putting that in as a priority. Not that you stay in bed all day and, don't take care of anybody or anything. But if you need a little extra rest right now, do it. If you needed a little extra phone calls to friends and family, do that. If you need to journal 3 times a day, do it. Take care of yourself too. So these next 2 tips kind of go hand in hand. They work well together. And the first one is make a list. Okay, so we can make a list of what we have accomplished. We want to make a list of what we're out to accomplish. And then when we look at the list of what we're out to accomplish and we go, oh my gosh, how is this ever going to happen? The second part of that is tiny task it. Break it down to the smallest pieces you can. Because as we've all heard, the way to eat an elephant is 1 bite at a time. We can put this down to little steps. All right, so an example of the tiny task technique is I wanted to get my schedule done. That was the big result I want to get this schedule done. And when I looked at it and every time I talked about it, it just was overwhelming. Great, where do I even start? So what I did is I put in even tasks maybe not quite this tiny, but get the pen and paper ready, write down the areas I want to put into the calendar. That's one task, have a conversation with John. What are the things he wants in the schedule? And then rough draft, and then next draft, and then come together and talk again. Does this work for everybody? Each one of those things were a task. And they seemed small and they seemed insignificant and oh my gosh, that's gonna be so easy, to do that. But then over time, now I have a schedule that actually can work for our family. And that's pretty exciting. So, and each one along the way, celebrate it. 5-second dance party, right? So, yeah. Last tip, accountability person. Get somebody outside your picture of your household to hold you accountable. And this doesn't mean that they're going to be there with a clipboard and a pen ready to check off everything you've failed, right? This is going to be somebody who supports you, who can be with you as the highest version of yourself, the best possible version of yourself. And that's who they think you are. And have them hold you accountable. Here are some questions that you can have your accountability person ask you. Things like, what did you accomplish this week? What didn't you accomplish this week? What kept you from accomplishing those things? And what are you out to accomplish next week? It can be a really quick phone call, 15 minutes, just running through the things. It can be that simple. Those are the tips for today. They're things that have worked for us. Ultimately, try some stuff out. See what works for you. And the most important thing for today is celebrate. Celebrate the accomplishments, the little tiny things you did to get where you are, and the big stuff. Thanks again for watching. If you haven't already subscribed, subscribe and share this with anyone that you think that it would make a difference for. And as always, stay safe, stay smart, stay sane. See you next time.